Multiple award-winning rapper Tobechukwu Ejiofor, popularly known as Illbliss, has been sharing the experience of creating his soon-to-be-released 7th studio album, Sidekai, named after 2 of his daughters. The self-professed Oga Boss revealed that the album is his return from what he had thought was a quiet retirement after his 2020 Ili Kapo X album. Hear him.
This is a big one. This is a big time in my career because I've been away from music for a while. I've been away from music since 2020. My wife and I welcomed our second child. So it took me by surprise because it was May 29, 2020, the exact day I was dropping my last album, Ili Chapo X, and you know, wifey's water broke, prematurely at 5.5 months, and we ended up in the hospital. So from there, battling, trying to save my daughter, and eventually we did. She came at 25 weeks. That's really, really premature, for baby. And that was during COVID. And then a lot of that was happening. I was trying to drop an album. That album suffered a lot of promotional setbacks because I wasn't available for a lot of things. It was dropping at a time where I was going through a lot. So a lot was just happening in my life personally, and the last thing on my mind was to make music, and then I just wasn't recording enough, and time just kept, flying by. And at some point I just felt, okay, maybe this was God saying, okay, it's time to hang your booth. It's time, or hang your boots. Is basically done enough. I have 6 albums, 6 albums, like 4 EPs, so I felt like I had, putting my quota into the music business, but little did I know that it's not always about your timing. It's always about God's timing. Music business has changed dramatically, tremendously, within this, the stipulated years. Where do we even start, man? I guess the only surviving name on my list of credits will be Suspect. And Suspect mixed and mastered this entire Sidekai album. In terms of personnel, in terms of the featured artists, everybody, it's a totally new day in the music business. And that's what it is. The only constant thing is change. I'm just blessed and privileged to always be in the middle of the change. I am always, privileged, to just know when things are moving in a fresh direction, and then I try to move my sound in that direction and move my brand in that direction as well. It's a new game. It's a new time, a new era. Things move differently. Music is distributed so differently. These days, the fans are, they have each, they have all kinds of clusters of fans now. Some people are hip hop, some people are Afrobeat, some people are, just experimental music. A lot of people just have what they listen to, and they tap into your brand for various reasons. But I just made sure that I never lost my essence. I am a rapper. I'm a rapper with substance. So I always felt, okay, so while having substance, you need to find a way to keep connecting with this new generation of listeners. So the other day I was speaking to somebody on television, and they were telling me music videos are dying, and they're being taken over by reels. TikTok determines what blows up these days, and no longer just radio, and DJs and clubs, So it's a lot going on. I'm learning every day, I'm learning every day.
Ups and downs, one and yet you could the glory. Made a lot of sacrifices. Fame comes with a lot of prices, my brothers.
It's a very soulful album. It's soulful, it's melodic, it's mid-tempo. So I had to also go and study, the way the directions music go now, the emotions, music is an emotive art. So I just found out that music had slowed down a lot in the last couple of years. Music slowed down a lot during COVID. People started to listen a lot more, so it wasn't even about those frenetic, up-tempo beats, high energy beats anymore. It's just about you know, a vibe. Music became a vibe, you know, like something people could drift to and just escape to.